Hey guys, American Psychedelic back with another video called First Time Trial. Set. Not perfect, but I had worse. An hour of sleep the night before makes me feel sleepy. Setting. My house. Kids due in from school. Busy household, I'm used to it. T0.00. Drink 3 milligrams of dissolved drug. T0.10. Faint perceptual changes. Continue reading my book. T0.20. Give up on reading, as I can't follow the narrative. Watch my dogs play fight, grab a quilt and lie underneath it. On the SETI, starting to feel warm yet shivery. This is a fairly standard physical effect I get from 2C-XX. T0.50, feels warm and relaxed. Introspective, then again, I'm alone with 2 dogs for company, so intellectual discourse is out of the question. T0.55, my wife rings in to see if I'm dead or ill from ingesting the drug. I tell you with the idea of not answering the phone. However, I do my duty and confirm that I'm alive. T01.10. I make a ham, mayo, and peas pudding sandwich, then eat it. Delicious. So much so I make another one. I have a noticeable tingling up my spine and the back of my neck. This is feeling quite luxurious now. The visual effects to speak of it just feel good. I consider redosing. I consider for about 5 seconds, then decide. T01.25. Take another dose of 3.5 milligrams in orange juice. T01.50. My kids came in from school. I orient my mind and give standard instructions such as uniforms in the wash, take the dogs out, put your bait box in the sink for washing, and do homework you have. My vision has become noticeable blur as my second dose kicks in. The brief scenes of women very realistic like flash frames. I'm still perfectly able to carry on conversation as long as I feign tiredness when I feel there's a slight lag in mental processing before I respond. I find myself in a dream-like state and retire upstairs to have a bath. The timekeeping breaks down from this point as I go into what I was doing, which was more interesting than writing the stuff down. There's a different abrahisiac quality of the drug. Not in the same league as 2CE, but definitely present. I coax my wife upstairs and we spend a while in bed. Orgasms achieved ×2. Who knows if there wasn't other activities going on. Kids in and out of the house, dogs barking, etc. How that might play out. My wife tells me there's marked pupil dilation. At one point, I get a feeling of anxiety. It lasts seconds and is dispelled by a unique sense of well-being that seems to emanate from the ether. Like superpowers pick me up. I begin to drift. My mind wanders. There are interferences of mind movie type visuals which don't quite materialize. Hopefully some of you will understand this interim state. I find myself a little more clumsily than usual, dropping a couple of things, getting entangled in my clothes as I get dressed to go out. We set off into the foggy night. My wife's driving. Myself sitting with my eyes closed, just concentrating on feeling calm, which works rather well. I think I could have overshot the mark for going out. Maybe 4 milligrams would have been better suited, as my concentration on external things is difficult to maintain. Anyway, we watch the band. T7.45. I suddenly come to life. The internalizing seems to vanish quite quickly. I find I am up dancing and having a great time, and the show ends too soon for my liking. I find I'm fired up in a low-key way. I have a tendency to get very fired up and overly positive at times, and I talk most of the way home and chat with my 3 kids when we get in. I find myself play fighting with my youngest son. T8.45. Eat doner kebabs. They taste foul but so Moorish. I imagine that cannibalism has a similar effect. You take a bite and think, "Yook," yet are compelling by strange force, aka agree to eat more. T9.45. The children are dispatched to bed. My older son leaves and goes to his house, and we eat a couple of diapam, some codeine, and smoke some dope, which puts me on my back in short order. God knows when. I fell asleep. Overall, a very positive feeling from this drug. At some points I felt lovely, laid back, blissful. There was some mild confusions at times, although this could have been due to sleepiness and the fact that I tend to get confused anyway. I enjoyed it. I shall sample it again in a single higher dose next time and hopefully in a better mind state.